big question is whether marketing jobs will be eliminated or should go away or be replaced by AI. And the answer should be no. Because when you bring this composition bar down, the answer should be that you reinvest it in those other areas. And this is just content strategy. Think about the broader marketing strategy as well. Where are you not spending enough time right now that this saved time can boost in your strategy? And this isn't just a nice to do. It's not just that I don't want marketers to lose jobs. I say this because if you don't do this, if you don't reinvest in research, distribution, editing, you will lose. You'll lose in a world where content has become, where kind of basic content has become commoditized. You'll lose in a world where only the most remarkable, unique content, creative content wins. The pendulum of marketing always swings between limitations and these breakthrough years. When I first got started in marketing, advertising was the name of the game, and in that world, the biggest budget won. And then content marketing came about and really was a foil to that in an incredible way. And in that world, you didn't have to have huge advertising dollars, but you did have to have the biggest capacity to create content. Today, generative AI is one of those breakthrough events again, and this is idealistic, but I would argue that in this world, the best ideas will win. And the thing is, good ideas, they're not just stumbled upon, they are worked for and they are earned. And so I want to talk a little bit about what to shift in your strategy as you pull that production line down and have a better time to invest in some of these other areas. After I catch my breath, 1 second. Whew. You never think that breathing is going to be the hardest part of public speaking, but it really is. Okay. All right. So let's talk about idea development on your teams. When you rush idea development, as I said, you end up with, rehashes of last year's content. 8 things to do in Cleveland, like not last year, but this year. And that's fine in a world where you're the only one creating content about that, but that's not the world we're heading into. So we should be heading into a time where you can reinvest in idea development. Do original research, conduct interviews, find stuff that is truly new and unique to put into your content. And again, this is not just nice to do, this is not just better for content, it's better for AI. Because AI is not good at this. AI lives on patterns. It's not great at finding new territory. Humans are. This is that partnership, that dynamism that we need to bring back into our content, that it's assisted by AI. Let's talk about research. When you rush research, as we all have, as I have, your team inserts stats from 2020. They search for quote on topic, and they pull quotes from Brainy Quote or charts from Statistica, and they never read the context of those quotes. And again, I am not ragging on your team because this is stuff that I have done myself. But when you have time to invest in research, your team can get off the content treadmill, and they can instead do original research, interviews, studies. You end up owning that data, and other people link back to you. The value is in the idea, not the words. The value is in the substance, not the paragraphs. And this is important because it also counters another big weakness of AI, which is that AI largely lives in the past. It can't conduct original research. It can only rehash and remix what's out there. Even as it gets better at recency, even as it grows, it's still going to be reflecting content that's already been written. Refocus your team on creating new ideas, on finding new connections. Humans are good at this stuff. This is also important because it counters another major weakness in AI, which is bias. It's inherent in all of the outputs that we get out of AI. bias is a tricky thing to solve for in AI. It's not a button that you can turn on and off. It's a matter of lack of representation. It's a matter of absorbing bias that exists in past content. Original research, new interviews, this will help make sure that your content reflects your audience and that it is bringing something new and valuable to your work.